Welcome to Subramani. I do have a blog which I have not updated since COVID times, and I have a sorry, and now I have a YouTube channel which I have been very regular, and I have been posting at 1 or 2 videos a day, right? So, and I am an investor. Now, what am I trying to tell you is somebody asked me, how did you build that great brand called Subramani? I actually don't know. There was no strategy, there was no marketing expert. I am no MBA in marketing. I did not consult an MBA in marketing. I didn't do anything. I did only one thing. I wrote one piece every day for my blog, every day without fail. I could write it in advance, and I would keep it if I knew I could not post it. And for physically posting, you had to be there. Today I can post from anywhere. It doesn't really matter. All you need is good net connection. Earlier, I started the blog sometime in 2004. There is no way how I could have posted it from anywhere. I had to carry my laptop everywhere, and today I can do it on my phone. Same thing for my YouTube channel. So every day, wherever I was, rain or shine, I had to post, and I would post. And that's all is needed for creating any brand. You have to be there regularly, right? So is it possible that you see my videos and 1 or 2 days it is missing? Yes, it is possible, because my laptop is gone for servicing, or something has happened, my laptop is crashed, or I need to buy a new one. I agree. I have 2 laptops, and both laptops were creating problems yesterday, and so it is possible that sometimes I may not post, but I make an attempt to post 1 or 2 videos every single day. That is what is needed for building a brand. I think anything else doesn't matter. And sincerity, that I will not take money and do posting, right? I will not do post, and every day I get a proposal. Really, believe me, every day I get some proposal saying, can we do content on your blog? And I'm not comfortable doing somebody else's content. In fact, there was somebody with whom I tried doing something, it didn't work. There was only one post which I have allowed somebody else to do, which is on general insurance or medical insurance. I am still not good at medical insurance, so I don't like to do anything. I just keep saying, buy medical insurance through an agent, which I am convinced, because dealing with hospitals and TPAs is not going to be easy. So I will buy my medical insurance only through a broker, right? Through an agent, or whatever you want to call him or her. So I do it that way. So just lage raho, karte raho, every day keep posting, keep writing, keep talking, similarly keep investing. Right? So what should you do whenever you have money? Keep putting money in an index fund. So I keep saying that you have a savings bank account. Yes, you have an index fund also, so that whenever you see your savings bank account and you think you have a surplus, end of the week, end of the month, end of the year, as soon as you get a bonus, doesn't really matter. Just go and put it in that index fund. It has worked for us in the past. But you are going to be paying attention, right? You're not just going to put it there and see it's not working. So if you think the market is not doing well for whatever reason, doesn't matter, just keep investing. Market is doing extremely well, you don't want to be investing, that is still okay, provided you're using the money for something else. Maybe you're putting it into a bond fund, that's also fine. But so do one thing, open 2 accounts, one an index fund, which is a index fund, means equity index fund, and another fund which is a long-term gilt, right? Again, keep putting money into it whenever you can, as much as you can, because it will still give you decent returns. In a country with 8% inflation, it will give you about 8% return. In a country with 6% inflation, it may give you 6.15% return. That's okay. It is still beating inflation, or at least being equal to inflation. So keep putting money into both these funds as much as you can. Maybe 90% goes into equity and 10% goes into the bond fund. The reason why you're putting money in the bond fund is, suddenly one day when you feel that the index is very low, you just empty your bond fund and put it into this, right? That is the reason for saving money in a bond fund. That is the reason for saving money in an index fund. Index fund for growth, bond fund for accumulating something there, so that whenever sometimes you feel that you need to remove that money and put it into equity, you can put it into equity, or you can remove that and go for a vacation, any of those things. So you keep saving some money in a bond fund, and you keep investing some money in an equity fund. That's it. As soon as you get the money, keep it in your savings bank account, meet all your expenses, and whatever is the balance, put it in the 90-10 ratio and keep doing it. So like I said about my blog or about my YouTube, just lage raho, just keep on putting. So whenever you have money, put into an index fund, put into a bond index fund or whatever, gilt fund, doesn't really matter. Just keep on doing that, and that will accumulate and that will create money. It sounds so simple. It is very simple, but not everybody does it. Not everybody knows that they have to invest money, right? So they invest some money and then they blow some money. So if you go out with your friends and blow 20,000 rupees and you're 25 years of age, realize how much it can do, for what it can do for your portfolio. I'm not saying don't indulge, but I'm saying whenever you have surplus, for whatever reasons you have surplus, put it into the index fund. And remember, you can also treat the index fund like a savings bank account. You can also withdraw whenever you want. Make sure that the fund that you are withdrawing is at least 1 year old, and that's it. Just keep accumulating. So every year, let's say you're putting 50,000, 1,80,000, 2 lakhs into the index fund, and you withdraw 10, 20,000, doesn't really matter. In the long run, it will make money for you. Of course, if it after some time you realize it's not making money, or you find out it's not making money, go and find out the reasons why it is not making money. Are we in a bear market? Then it's a great time to be accumulating, especially if you're young. Are we in a bull market? Well, that's a time when you are not putting, will not hurt you as much, because after some time when you will see that the money that you invested during a bull market has not done as well as the money that you invested in a bear market, right? So don't worry too much about whether the market is bullish, whether the market is bearish, whether Congress is in power or BJP is in power or Democrats are in power, or nothing really matters. In the long run, those things don't matter. How much you save, how much you invest matters. The fact that you're putting it to a low cost index fund matters, because once upon a time the charges and costs may have hurt you. There's another thing which you can do if you're not very confident about the construction of the index, which I am not, is you do direct index investing. What is direct index investing? You pick up the index and see what does it comprise of. It comprises of, let's say, I'll give you an example of banking. So it has State Bank of India, ICICI Bank, HDFC Bank. Let's say it also has Kotak Bank, Yes Bank and IndusInd Bank. There are 6 banks. You look at that and you say, wow, I like all the 6 banks, but I don't like 2 of those banks. I like only 4 banks. You buy only those 4 banks, right? You don't put money in an index fund. You say, I will pick up shares in the index in a proportion that I am comfortable with. And for whatever reasons, I'm more comfortable with HDFC Bank, ICICI Bank and SBI, I will not put money in the other 3 banks. That's also fine. That's called, but then you have to have the discipline of saying, I will only buy shares in the index, not the industry, right? So there is no Cholamandalam Finance in the index, I will not buy it, right? So what I'm doing direct investing in companies which are there in the index. So you're not only bypassing the mutual fund distributor, you are also bypassing the mutual fund. Can this be done? I know people who are experimenting this, and I know it's becoming a big success in the US. Will it work in India? I do not know. I really do not have to answer that question, because I'm not going to do it. I do pick up shares. I mean, I have a Sun Pharma which is there in the index, but then I could be holding it for a completely different period. I could be selling it off when the price goes up. So any of those things, but I'm not an index investor. But I do think that index investing and index direct investing will all work, and all will have their own fans. There will be some fans who will say you should put all your money in index, and somebody will say you should not put any money in index. There is somebody who will say you should do equal weighted index. There will be somebody who will say no, you look at the index and you pick up all those shares which you like. If you don't like something, don't buy. If you don't like Adani, don't buy Adani, right? Whereas if you invest in the index, you will get Adani, right? So you make your own choice of how you want to invest, but invest you must. And understand that all the literature is related to US. and that is not a good thing to know, because you have to have more diversified reading if you want to learn investing by just reading. We are all brought up on the American nonsense of keep buying, it will not fall kind of thing. You may have to be more alert maybe 5, 10, 15 years from now. Thank you.